What is going on, guys? So it's that time again. Earnings season is in full swing and Tesla is up this week with their earnings release. And in case you haven't noticed, there's some strange things that are already happening that do not make any sense. But I'm personally not surprised. This has been an absolutely ridiculous quarter. And so I expected some absolutely ridiculous, unprecedented, just straight up, this doesn't make any sense action to happen. Add in the fact that we're talking about Tesla and everything is amped up even bigger and more ridiculous. I mean, seriously, we basically 4x'd in this quarter. So I'll lay everything out you need to know about the earnings call and how this ridiculous market might react to it all. And it may not be how you think it should react. So let's get started right now. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we will talk about the two possible ways the stock moves if Tesla happens to miss. It is possible, even if the chances are small, in my opinion. And we'll talk about the three ways the stock moves to a positive earnings call. However, some of these won't make sense at all, but I will explain it, and you need to hear this. It's vital so you don't get caught off guard. Additionally, I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing personally, and I'll also give a warning to all investors. Remember, as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not listen to me. So it's a huge week coming up with Tesla announcing its second quarter earnings on Wednesday. And earnings week, as always, fun and wild. So smash the like button if you are like me and really looking forward to Wednesday when Tesla might cause the Robinhood app to crash again. So crush the like button and let's go. The two possible ways the stock moves if Tesla happens to miss. So even though I do not think Tesla will miss personally, let me make that very clear so you guys don't blast me down in the comments. I do not think they will not turn a profit this quarter. I am not confident enough to say that it's impossible. I may be a Tesla bull, but I'm not a blind bull for sure. Look, Elon himself says it's going to be tight, and no one has better information than him. And if it was in the bag already, he was not sending that out at all. Look at this chart right here for this quarter. Just insane growth. And then look specifically at the delivery numbers and the jump we got from that. So you're telling me it's not possible that people aren't already pricing in a profit for this earnings call? Man, you better believe they have. But let's say they just break even or even come out with a loss. Under normal circumstances, the stock may fall some, maybe even stay flat because everybody knows the illness hurt everything. So basically a small dip down or flat. That may be the worst hand gestures ever. But this is Tesla we're talking about. And no stock runs up quicker on less than Tesla. And no stock drops on less or even positive news than Tesla does. But the first reaction I think we'll have is exactly what I just described. Just a normal reaction of either a small dip down or it basically trades flat. And since it's Tesla, I wouldn't be surprised if it somehow bumped up in share price a little bit. But the second reaction is much worse. It's possible if there's not a profit there, you will have retail investors who jumped in at $1,500, $1,600, or even $1,700 who did not do their research and do not have a plan. Or they bought trying to time the earnings call, which I always strongly caution against. But these people are going to bail and bail quick, and they will panic sell no matter what. In conjunction with that, you will have others that sense the weakness and they decide to take some profits. Think about it. There are some of you guys out there that are sitting on huge profits. So I completely understand wanting to take some profits to cover your position, maybe put it into a new investment or whatever your plan is, and then wait until things settle down a bit before buying again. The same thing will happen with some of the large funds out there too. They will take profits as well. Add in all the people who use stop losses or that just get a little bit fearful of a big drop, so they sell, whether intentional or not. And you see how the downward pressure starts, and it starts to spiral down quickly. In this case, it is possible I could see it falling below $1,000 per share, maybe even as low as in the 800s. All right, slow down, slow down, slow down. Please don't start with the "that's impossible" line. Tesla was just trading in the 800s in the early parts of June. And we're only in July, people. And the stock was under $1,000 just 3 weeks ago. Think about that for just a second. 3 weeks ago, Tesla was under $1,000. But now you're gonna tell me it's impossible for it to go back there? Really? Now don't go getting all riled up. I'm not saying I think it will. I'm just saying it is possible if they do not turn a profit this quarter. You cannot be biased in your analysis or dismiss scenarios just because you don't think it will happen. You have to think clearly and have a plan for everything. You have to know exactly what you're going to do, not only when it goes up, but also if it drops to that level or even lower. Do it now when emotions are not in play. If you wait like the people I described above, you will panic sell too if this goes bad. Now yes, if everyone panic sells, then it means I get to go discount shopping. But I want my subscribers to go discount shopping with me, not unprepared and panic selling like subscribers from other channels who think it's not possible for Tesla to go down ever. You know, until it does like it did in March and a bunch of other times throughout its lifespan. So what are the 3 possible reactions to a positive earnings call? Some of these won't make any sense, but follow me here and I will explain exactly why. You need to know this. The first possibility? Tesla just continues its crazy run up. Tesla has run up on far less than a positive earnings call, so it's very possible we see another large move up. Now I'm not real sure how much more demand can be put on the stock at this point, but there are investors out there that will not even bat an eye at anything under $2,000. You will also have funds trying to buy in early as they might start preparing for the inclusion in the S&P 500 for Tesla. And if Tesla doesn't just turn a profit, but it's a massive profit, then just forget about it. Just use your own imagination on that one. I'm not even going to bother trying to predict it because it's just going to be ridiculous. The second possibility is that Tesla just continues trading flat. Maybe you get a small bump up, but it still looks basically flat over the next few weeks after the earnings call. Look at the price since the delivery numbers were released. That was a run up based on Tesla having great delivery numbers and people assuming Tesla will turn a profit and be included in the S&P 500 and all that other good stuff like that. So this won't be new news to those people who bought based on that premise. And it's unlikely to sway anyone who thinks the stock is overvalued unless that profit number is just massive. And the people who cannot buy at the extended price right now aren't suddenly just going to jump in. Maybe if the stock splits, but not now. I'll link the video I did on a Tesla stock split at the end of this video. But don't click on it early, it screws up the algorithm. No. But in this scenario, it essentially trades sideways. Sideways trading when a stock has a big run up before the earnings call is very, very normal. And the third possibility that you really need to hear is Tesla may actually trade down despite turning a profit. I know this seems counterintuitive, but just follow me here. We just had an example of this happening with a stock that has been red hot lately and had a great earnings call by any standard. So why would that stock trade down? Look, the entire market has priced in a perfect, really beyond perfect recovery. And Tesla is no exception to that at all. So Tesla has to be perfect, maybe beyond perfect to overcome that. So let's look at what just happened to Netflix. Netflix revenues for the quarter came in at $6.15 billion, a year-over-year increase of over 25%. And it beat Wall Street consensus estimates of roughly $6.05 billion. Profits more than doubled from the same period a year earlier. Subscribers added were over 10 million, which beat the Wall Street estimates of only 8 million subscribers. And I'm trying to hit 10 million subscribers, so make sure you subscribe. I know, shameless plug, sorry. So please tell me what is negative about that earnings call again? The answer is nothing. You would think it would have rocketed the stock up even more, not done the exact opposite and dropped it. Since its March lows, it has almost doubled, but not 4x like Tesla. So you could make the case that it has not been as, overbought as Tesla has. But yet with a super positive earnings call, it's lost over 10%? The problem really is the positive earnings call was already priced in, and anything short of amazing was not going to satisfy large investors, so they took profits. Now, whoa, slow down. Absolutely, there were other things that factored into why the stock dropped. Management team changes and adjusted guidance and a few other things like that. But during normal times, on every level, this was a really good earnings call, and it should have at least just sent the stock trading sideways. It wasn't perfect, but it was not horrible like it's being treated right now. But you know what? This happens all the time. When you have huge run-ups like they have, the expectations get pushed up to a point where it's impossible to meet. And anything less than the completely absurd expectations causes the share price to fall. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could happen to Tesla too. So it's critical that you know what you are going to do now. So if this happens, you don't panic sell because you don't know what the heck is going on, when you actually do know exactly what's going on, but emotions get in the way of your good judgment. Now on to what I'm doing personally. As stated above and many times on this channel, I do not trade around earnings calls. I feel I should have the position I want to have well ahead of time. And over the course of 2 decades of stock trading, every quarter brings trading that just does not make any sense. It's not logical, nobody understands it. So I won't be buying any Tesla stock at all this week. But I do believe in Tesla long term, and my plan is to hold this stock long term. So I will not sell it either no matter what happens. I'm perfectly happy holding and continuing the ride. And if it dips 10% or even 50%, let's just get ridiculous here, I'm not selling. I'll just add more. So I'm holding and will only buy if a discount happens. A warning to all investors. If you are not prepared, especially this week, you may be in trouble. Stocks are never, and I mean never, more manipulated and more unpredictable during earnings week. If the stock trades irrationally, either up or down, and you don't have a plan, your emotions will drive you to some very, very bad choices. So please plan out what you want to do in every one of these scenarios. And then let's just have fun with this week's trading. It's going to be exciting no matter what. So hopefully you got some value out of this video. So show your support for the channel by, liking the video. And way more in-depth information about planning will be given in my course. So make sure you are following me on Instagram and subscribed here with your little notification bell on so you don't miss that announcement and video. And consider joining my Patreon if you want to see my trades in real time and to get direct access to me, which you cannot do anywhere else. And that may not be a positive, I just thought about that. But I think it's going to be a crazy next few days. So make sure you are subscribed, which you can do right here, so you can get the truth and all the craziness. And follow me on Instagram if you want to see me fail on that. And here's the video I promised about the potential stock split for Tesla and what it means. Thanks.